Good morning, you badass motherfuckers. Oh shit, it's the All on Me, the morning fucking drinking show. I'm your host, Greg. I'm a turn your fucking life around coach, man. We be talking about life. Life, motherfuckers. Every single day we talking about life on this show. We talking real. Passing out fucking truth bombs to you motherfuckers. Goya, I got that Friday fucking feeling, man. How many of y'all motherfuckers got a little too crazy last night? Good fucking morning, everybody. We getting on here. We talk about life, man. How's your day going? How has your week been? How's your life? How is your life? Because that is what we talk about every single day. And if we don't like how our life is, guess what? You got the key. You got the key to your happiness. You got the key to your success. You got the key to your health, your wealth, your fitness, your mindset, everything. You are empowered to transform yourself. I've been chronicling 10 years of fucking sobriety, 10 years of transformation as we're manifesting greatness right before your eyes. You guys wouldn't even believe the day I had yesterday. Holy shit, man. Whoo. Genius zone. The zone of fucking genius. That's what I was rolling through yesterday. Hit them fucking hot springs, got in the hot water, got in the raging river, and it felt great. Just getting mindful with myself, grounding myself. And then guess what? This morning, we wake up at 4, right? Do the mindfulness again, journaling, picking up 515 fucking pounds. What? Just 2 days after a 3-day fast. This, for me, has been an incredible breakthrough week. Breakthrough, right? And it feels so good. Challenges are always going to be there, you guys. You're always going to have little challenges, right? But it's when you get to a place where the challenges fuck with you. I was there. I was there a number of years ago where I just didn't want challenge. I didn't want shit to fuck around with me. I just wanted to chill out. I was kind of complacent, right? When you're in that state of complacency, you've told yourself the story that guess what? What you got is as good as it's going to get. Accept it. Settle in. Settle into your life, right? You got some kids, you got grandkids, you just kind of doing your little thing, but there's something inside of you deep down where you lack fulfillment, right? And it's in that place, right? Regardless of who you are, that when you lack fulfillment, when your life does not have meaning and purpose to it, right? It's almost like you walk around dead. You just fucking checking out and allowing for things to happen to you as opposed to happen for you. The good, the bad, and the motherfucking ugly. We're talking about overcoming shit every single day here. And what do we need to do? Overcome most stuff. A positive mental attitude. How many of you guys are familiar with this? Goya, motherfuckers. Goya. Too many of you motherfuckers are soya, and y'all motherfuckers need to get Goya, and you're like, what in the hell is this guy talking about? I can't listen to this shit. That's all right. Goya. Get off your ass, motherfuckers. Get off your ass. It's Friday. It's time to figure out what is your plan? What are your goals? What are your dreams? Dreams. When you wake up in the morning, right, is your thoughts just filled with negativity, right? Stress, anxiety. Well, we're coming up. This is the first week, so a lot of us we got bombarded with the first of the month bills, right? Maybe you're feeling fucking light in the pocket. Everything that we buy is going up and getting more and more expensive, right? Gas, food, fucking everything, man. Everything's going up in terms of cost. So you get a raise, you can't even realize that shit. So when you wake up, what's the first thoughts that you have? Are you dreaming about your future? Are you appreciative of life? Do you have gratitude, grateful for the life that you have? Or do you feel that you got dealt a bad hand, right? That's what it boils down to. Did you just get dealt a bad hand? You think that you got fucked, you got screwed, God's punishing you. The universe is punishing you because you're a little bad boy or a little bad girl. Right? I've told myself all these lies. These are all lies. Anything that you tell yourself, right, that puts your own self down, and we're our biggest critics. Let's be honest, motherfuckers. You are your biggest critic. And when you're constantly telling yourself, stressing yourself out about how you're not good enough, you're never going to be good enough, you're never going to be like that, it's all comparison based, right? You're comparing yourself to other motherfuckers, right? And that alone is going to steal you of most of your happiness, most of your joy. Just comparing yourself, whether it's on social media or whether it's at your workplace or whether it's with friends and family. And we're talking, you know what you do when you talk about comparing shit. I mean, it's everything from someone's looks to someone's partner, right? To their home, to their cars, right? To their clothes, all of it. To the amount of travel they get to do. How many of you get fucking jealous as fuck? Can you be honest? How many of you get jealous as fuck when you see other motherfuckers out on vacation, right? And you know you ain't taking a vacation in a minute. And the thing is you should be cheering those people on, right? Because I do believe in the law of attraction. So if you see someone else on vacation and you long and you yearn for it, or you feel like, oh man, why do those people get to do it and I don't? You have this whole dialogue with yourself, right? Some of us, we see people on vacation, we're like, hell yeah, that's awesome. That looks like an amazing time. I hope they're having the best time of their life. Other people see motherfuckers on vacation. They're like, what? I wish I was there. Why don't I ever get to go on vacation? And you start eating yourself up. And then you start chalking up all the losses in your life that have caused you to hold yourself back. Uh-oh. Because on the It's All On Me show, we take fucking personal, total responsibility for our lives. And so many of us, we don't want to admit this shit. We lying to ourselves. We lying to other motherfuckers that you are holding yourself back. The only reason why you don't have what you desire is because you're in your own fucking way. Every single person on this earth is capable of accomplishing great things. That's it. Great fucking things. Now, the measure of greatness clearly is not the same. Just like everything, I get back to our starting point, right? When you compare, it makes no fucking sense because every single beating heart on this planet, right? Past, present, and the future, we all have a different starting point, and nobody's got a perfect plan. And yet it's really amazing when there's this collective conscience of, and now content creators that are putting out this message to start to fucking stir people up out of their complacency, coming out of the pandemic, getting sick and tired of the government and all the politics and the social issues overwhelming our fucking psyche. It's like it's the most consuming part of our lives if you're plugged into that bullshit. I don't watch none of that. Disconnect. I'm constantly telling you guys, you need to start disconnecting from all them talking fucking heads that aren't inspiring you. Right? The stuff that you put your focus on, that's where your energy goes. And if you're constantly watching the news and the wars and the fucking Supreme Courts and the politicians and the elections and all the fucking disaster and all the bullshit happening in this world, right? You're going to be overwhelmed by that. You are going to be completely overwhelmed, that you're going to be in a state of dysfunction, whether you want to admit it or not. Motherfuckers, if you watch the news, it's I can remember, right? People that like watch the news religiously, we always say, right? This to me is a limiting belief. They say, oh, but I need to be informed. What the fuck do you need to be informed about? Right? Again, that is how we're programmed. Holy shit, this stuff's coming to me right now. From the earliest fucking age, when we get into education, we don't get to learn about ourselves. We don't get to learn about how to communicate and express our needs, our feelings, our emotions. We don't learn any of that shit. Very few people have the experience of being raised in a safe, secure household where there's safe space to express feelings, needs, emotions. Most of us, we get fucking neglected, abused, all this crazy shit. And yet, when you fast forward into the future, right, or just going throughout the whole school system, everything's externalized, right? We got to learn about history. We got to learn about all these different things that is outside of ourselves. And even in the faith community, you're watching and learning and hearing about things that are outside of yourself. And yet, if you look at the news is drawing you outside of yourself. So you're saying you're being informed, right? You have the information. Please, someone chime in and tell me what the fuck, how does it change your life to know what is happening halfway across the world? How does it change your personal life? Like in a physical, direct way? For you to just have information, for you to just know what's going on the other side of the fucking earth or in a whole nother part of the country, right? What does it do for you? Does it give you conversation? It gives you some talking points for small talk, for bullshit, right? I was sitting there in the hot springs yesterday, and sometimes I'm not eavesdropping, but there are people that talk and they're sharing their stories. And it's like, they're talking about the bullshit. It's small talk conversation. But again, it's externalized. I love when I hear people getting deep, talking about themselves. I encountered two guys yesterday. I walked in on them and they were having a deep conversation. It was about self. It was about overcoming. It was about striving and adversity and gutting things out and not giving up and just continuing to press forward. And that's a beautiful fucking conversation, one to be in, but one to observe as a third party just person in the presence of these other two individuals. But when you're sitting there and you're just talking about, you want to talk about celebrities, you want to talk about your sports heroes, you want to talk about wars, you want to talk about the Supreme Court, you want to talk about politics. What does that do for you? How does that create a connection? What is that your interest? Okay, let's be fair. That's your interest. How much time do you spend consuming information based on your political, social, informational interests? And when I put the program up here, what I'm trying to explain to you guys, especially in personal development, is you gotta invest in you. This is the whole fucking program. It's all on me, is investing in you. Because the more you invest in you, understanding you, knowing you, because we don't come with a fucking manual. This shit is trial and error, motherfuckers. Please tell me if you have a fucking manual or if you were told, okay, if you do step 1, 2, 3, then everything's going to work out. But if you don't, then it's screwed. And a lot of us, how many of us were given that? None of us. Nobody's given a perfect fucking plan. And it's crazy how many of us, we make mistakes. We fuck up. We have people hurt us. We have all these traumatic, bad experiences, negative experiences throughout our life. And guess what? They hurt us. They cause us to contract. I've been talking a lot about contraction, right? Because every time that you are hurt, you have a negative emotional experience, you contract. That means your world gets smaller. And I bet you even a lot of times as your world gets smaller, you maybe put more focus on what? Information outside of yourself to think that maybe your world's still bigger, but it's really not, because you're closed off, because you have been hurt, because you're a little scared of the world, right? Let's be honest. How many of you motherfuckers are just literally like kind of have a sense of fear and not being safe in this world, in the current state that it presents itself, right? And again, it's a state of mind. It's based on what you're consuming on top of the trauma you've carried throughout your fucking entire life. Someone like myself, I can honestly look back and say, because of the traumatic experiences I had, 0 to 10 years old, like crazy, unsafe, hostile, abusive, negligent, like crazy fucking experiences, that doesn't create safety and security and stability. And what's fucked is because my life was so destabilized from the earliest fucking age, right? I have lived a destabilized life. It is like, it's hard to build stability when you've never experienced it. And so when you realize what a lot of people's needs are, I was in a relationship, and one of the needs was what? Safety and emotional security, right? A lot of times, guys, especially from a guy's standpoint, when you hear a woman say, hey, I need safety and security, what they're talking about is emotional. They're not talking about you being the biggest, toughest guy and fucking, I'll kick everyone's ass and protect you no matter what. That's a part of it. But it's the emotional safety, the safety to, again, what did I say earlier? Most of us were not raised in a place where it's safe to express yourself without judgment, ridicule, put downs, right? Degrading, right? All this shit. We don't have a safe space to express our feelings, because if we're not taught it. And the people that hurt us, our caregivers, whether they're your parents or whoever's in your life, right? If they are the ones causing you pain, right? And they have this supreme authority over your life. How are you supposed to feel safe if they are the ones harming you? And where do you learn how to say, oh, hi, caregiver, what you just did really hurt me, and I'm really scared, and I don't know what to do. Because again, when you're a little kid and you get harmed in a way emotionally that makes you feel unsafe, how does that play out then into the rest of your life, right? You're going to continue that process. And it's so fucking crazy that here I am, 43 years old, finally figuring out, one, how to name my feelings, right? I can tell right now, I'm just pretty neutral, right? I've had a busy day, 4 o'clock fucking wake up, boom, no alarm, up at 4. It's kind of cool here is there's 2 levels of birds singing in the morning, and the birds probably the ones that wake me up, but it's the early birds, right? They start chirping, and it's really cool because I was like, oh, if I hear the birds chirping, I'm like, okay, that's the 4 o'clock birds. And then sometimes if I wake up closer to 5, I can hear, oh, that's the 5 o'clock birds. It's pretty cool that I just it's something that I catch on to, right? But that's because I'm more tuned into my environment, into nature, right? Into the wild motherfuckers, and disconnecting from the bullshit that's really there just to overwhelm you, right? They call it programming. Like, has anybody ever seen TV programming? It's called programming because they're wanting to program you. If you understand about programming, it's a method of controlling something, controlling your thoughts, controlling your opinions, controlling your feelings. And we fall for this shit every fucking day. And ultimately, right, what I want to convey to you guys, I hope you guys have had a great week, and I hope that you're going to have a great weekend. We have fires going on over here. It's really sad here in New Mexico, you guys. We're burning, man, and there's just no moisture. We had a dry winter, in my opinion. We had some snowfall come late, but man, it's really crazy. We're burning down out here in New Mexico, and send us rain. If you're from a rainy place, send us some damn rain, man. We need it. I was very fortunate yesterday with fires on the east and west of where I'm at right now in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I went up to some hot springs up north in northern New Mexico, and it was like I was in a vortex yesterday, you guys. It was like a vortex because there's like smoke everywhere else. But this little vortex is like, man, just a vast, clear blue sky. So it was a beautiful day. And I hope that you will take time this weekend, right, to start checking in with yourself. Check up from the neck up. And the reason why this message can be so hard to stomach ain't just the fucking F-bombs that I'm dropping on you motherfuckers. It's the fact that none of us, most people, if you've been through public education, private education, there's very few places where you are going to get educated, where you're going to learn about yourself, where you're going to learn about your true and authentic self. What are your needs? What are your wants? What are your beliefs? What are your fucking boundaries? What are your values? I mean, just try and journal any of those motherfuckers. I struggle with journaling this shit. Did you hear what I just said? Try to fucking figure out those things. Most of you guys couldn't even take that on as an assignment. If I gave you an assignment right now and said, if you complete this assignment, your life will fucking change for the better, right? Most of you won't take on this assignment because even myself, after 10 years of transformation, 10 years of showing up for myself, getting rid of all the fucking masks, hiding behind the bullshit, I still struggle to sit there and write about my fucking core self, my beliefs, my needs, my boundaries, my values, right? These are like core fucking things. I challenge you to try and journal about your beliefs, your values, your boundaries, your needs, those 4 things, right? Can you do it? Can you sit there this weekend and just brainstorm? Don't overthink this shit. Every thought you have is a good thought. Just write it down. That's how I journal. Like, it's not for a grade. That's the other problem, is when it comes to writing down shit. Most of us, we don't like school. And then we get anxiety because we feel like you have to put out the right answer, right? Do you guys ever know when you take like these little tests? There's like these little evaluations that we've all taken. If you're an adult, you've at least taken one evaluation that's like a personality type, or that it's asking you your interest, right? And it's like you're going through it, and a lot of us, we overthink it because we're like, well, is this something I have an interest in now or later? And we want to rationalize, right? Because we want the right answer, or we want to come out looking good, right? We want the evaluation to justify and give us credibility to what we think we're about. When a lot of times we'll even bullshit that stuff, a little evaluation. So for you to actually do a deep dive from a journaling standpoint about yourself, right? It's an incredible journey. It is like, I know a lot of you want to go to exotic, tropical places, amazing places, and I hope you do. My hope is that if there's a place that you want to visit on this earth, anywhere, that you will make it a priority. You will visualize it. You will set a plan and a course of action that will bring about manifestation, that your trip of your dreams will come to reality. And, it may be like a $10,000 trip. It may be a $5,000 trip. Whatever the price is, that's not where you start. You don't start with being overwhelmed by the cost. What you do is you give yourself the freedom to dream about the place, to envision the place, to start like researching how much is the airfare. Fuck, $1,800 for a plane ticket. Don't worry about that shit. It's $1,800 for the plane ticket. Don't say, I can't afford $1,800. Tell yourself, how can I afford the $1,800 trip, the plane ticket? Then you find out, okay, well, the hotel room or whatever method of hospitality you want to do, well, shit, for the fucking 10 days I want to go to that place, that's going to cost another $2,500, right? Well, I don't have $2,500. Fine. Don't tell yourself that. Just say, okay, the plane ticket's $1,800. The hospitality is $2,500. And then I want to go do a bunch of fun stuff when I'm there. That's going to cost me another $2,000. So I think if I do my math, I mean, that's, it's like $6,000, a little $7,000, right? It's expensive to travel. It costs money to travel this world. You come up with a plan, right? You have to have a plan. You got to write this shit down. Make it a goal. In 1 year, 2 years, if you save up, what you do is you figure out what the total is. And you say, okay, I don't have $7,000 right fucking today. And I don't want to go into debt for $7,000 for a trip and then be paying for it for the rest of my fucking life. What you do is you say, okay, here's the amount. And you give yourself a timetable, right? Call it 12 months. 24 months. Maybe some of this shit may take 2 years to build up. But if this is your dream fucking trip, ain't it worth it? Are your dreams not worth it to accomplish them? Right? Are you going to just stay a dreamer or are you going to become an accomplisher? That is what I'm challenging you with today. Goya motherfuckers, get off your ass. Get off your ass. Right? Quit the timeout. The timeout's over. No more timeout. Start working on some shit. This is a process that we all have the ability to do. And so if you look at the $7,000 trip, you might have to cut back on a couple fucking outings. How many of you guys went out last night? Right? Cinco de Mayo, man. Drunko de Mayo. And you spent fucking $80 like nothing, $100 like nothing, $200 like it was nothing. And it's maybe even money you didn't have. Maybe you pull back from some of that bullshit and you start investing in yourself. See, that's the other piece. We don't fucking invest in ourselves. And going on trips is a means of investing in yourself because the possessions you have, you guys, you don't get to take that with you. It's the experience of life and the places you get to go and play and interact with. It ain't the stuff, motherfuckers. We get so caught up on the consumerism of things. I pulled off a literally downsizing from almost 2,700 square foot home to 1,200, less than half. And guess what? Zero fucking storage. I don't even have a garage over here. I got zero fucking storage. I'm not going to pay for stuff to just live every month. But we continue to consume things every fucking week, every day, every month, all this bullshit. And enough is enough. Start to invest in yourself, right? If you're someone that is working your fucking ass off, and it sucks when you're like paycheck to paycheck, just fucking swinging by because the cost of everything's going up. Cost of real estate, cost of housing, cost of rent, cost of gas, cost of food. Every fucking thing's going to get more and more expensive. And a lot of us don't have the upward mobility to just double our income over fucking night. So we are praying for the jackpots and all this other shit to just magically transform our lives for the better. But here's the thing. You have to be willing to take care of yourself now, regardless of your circumstances. You think about the history of this country, right? The United States of America, the history of this country, migrants coming from all over the fucking world. Most of them broke as a motherfucker. Our ancestors broke as fuck. Coming here with fucking zero, nothing but a hope and a dream. And look at the country and the nation that we have built, motherfuckers. And yet we let these motherfucking crooks rob us fucking blind, man. We need to stand up to that bullshit. But that's a whole nother story. I'm talking about you. In your DNA, you have ancestors that struggled, that gritted it out to get you to where you're at. And yet you don't believe that you are capable of moving to bigger and better places, investing in yourself with education, right? And it doesn't have to be going to community college, a trade school, a fucking university. There's so many ways to learn new skills to do what? Improve your marketplace value, right? The marketplace, the economy will always give you back what you're worth. I just had a fucking meeting this morning, hiring another employee. And the negotiation is so interesting with people because most people are so afraid of what they're worth. They don't have worth. They don't have value. They don't feel valuable and they don't feel worthy. So when you look at them and you ask them, like, how much do you want to make? Everybody fucking undercuts themselves. Very few people I say, I want fucking, it's like, I'm talking probably a $13 to $15 an hour job. I've never had anybody say, I want $20. No, these people all go to like the lowest rate. And I'm like, really? But you have a lot of experience. You're really good at it. Sounds like you have a lot of experience. It sounds like you could be a really amazing contribution to this team. And you want the lowest amount, really. And time again, that's how we sell ourselves short. So if you're frustrated with your situation, especially if it's financial, right? Especially if it's health, nutrition, right? Your wealth, right? It's all on you, motherfuckers. It's not all about me. It's all on you, motherfucker, to figure your shit out. And it starts with what? Goya. Get off your fucking ass. Quit making them fucking excuses, right? Quit making them fucking excuses. In the past 10 years, I'm 43 now. In the past 10 years, I finished 3 fucking college degrees, right? And I am not I'm a scholar now, motherfuckers. But I always did good enough in school to play sports and to keep my mom off my back. 3 college fucking degrees in my 30s, right? Running for city council twice. Building a nationally award-winning program, winning nationally award-winning fucking awards for business plans, and being a veterans fucking coordinator of the year, man. Like all kinds of crazy shit. 2 fucking attempts at city council, just constantly. Thousands upon thousands of hours of volunteering, right? Going and being a teacher. It's like, I don't have to do this shit, right? I don't have to do this stuff, anything. I get to choose. And I know I feel very fucking fortunate. I'm very grateful for my situation that I have put myself in a situation, but it hasn't come easy where I can choose what the fuck I do. And that's why I chose to go and work with veterans at the community college after finishing an MBA. I stuck around. That's why with an MBA, I didn't go and like start another business. I said, I want to go make an impact in the youth in my community. I'm going to go teach. So I stepped up and I taught public education for 2 years. What I realized is it wasn't for me because, again, as I was growing into my true self, I realized that, man, there's a lot of fucking shit in public education that goes against my values, right? My beliefs, that I'm like, nope, can't do it. I always tell you guys, don't fuck with them kids. And there's some shit I don't fucking agree with there. But at the end of the day, your situation is truly your situation. I said it yesterday. Every one of us, if you were raised in a fucking dysfunctional family, right? So many of us are, that the experiences you encountered throughout that time are impacting your life up into this day, unless you're someone like me that is putting in the work, the intentional healing work to change the story. I've been saying this since day one, you guys. If you look back on your life, the most traumatic fucking things you've been through, right? You may totally be a valid victim, right? You're a victim. It's somebody else's fault that you're in the situation you're in. Okay. Is that same someone going to get you out of the situation? No. And it sucks. I'm sorry if something bad has happened to you. I am sorry. I am genuinely sorry. My heart aches for the suffering in this fucking world. Right? But if we could switch it up and teach people how to process and communicate their needs and their emotions, holy fuck, it would change so much fucking negativity in this world, because people would know how to emotionally regulate their feelings and their thoughts and express their needs, create healthy boundaries, become healthier people, even from a fucking polluted, dysfunctional family. And I'm sorry if you've been through a fucking tough situation where someone hurt you so bad, right, that you're in a situation you're in. But you are the only motherfucker that's going to be able to rescue you out of that situation. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Get off your fucking ass. Let it go. If you have been hurt, if you are playing fucking rewind, you're driving yourself nuts because you can't get past the pain and the suffering that you have been through. You need some help. You got work to do. No one else is going to just show up and fucking save your life. You got to save your own life. You got to be your own hero. If you find yourself down and out, you need to fucking step up. You got to champion yourself. You got to be your coach. You got to be the best version of yourself. Pick yourself up. If you need some help, feel free to reach out to me any fucking time, man. I've talked to people in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day, anytime. Right? I continue to put myself out there. This message is my heart to the world, because I've put my own life out on the fucking exam table for y'all to fucking see what the hell this guy's up to and what I've been through and what I've overcome. And guess what? The best is yet to come in my life. You guys have no idea the shit I was doing yesterday. Next level shit, man. The zone of genius is here. I see it. I feel it. It is flowing through me. You guys ain't seen nothing yet. And I ain't going to fucking spoil the surprises. Stay tuned, motherfuckers. If you want to see some big time shit go down and realize that any of us, you can change your life. If I can change my life, trust me, you can change your life. Most of you are smarter than me, more intelligent than me, more creative than me, but you just don't want to believe that. And whatever, something is holding you back. Something is holding you back from expressing your zone of genius. It's the thing that comes so natural to you, right? We get so caught up on our weaknesses, the things we're not good at, that we totally fucking neglect our gifts, our talents, our strengths. Focus in on the thing that just makes you feel alive when you express it. Your zone of genius, your creativity, we all have it. Some of us are born to speak. Some of us are born to play. Some of us are born to create fucking visual art, right? There's so many ways for you to express the gift that you have. Please don't get to the point in your life where you allow for the fucking gift that you had for this world that only you could have given to die with you. I'm encouraging you. I believe in you, motherfucker. I believe in you. You might not believe in yourself yet, but I believe in you. And I will walk with you. I will continue to encourage you every fucking day here on the It's All On Me, the morning drinking show, because we doing big things, motherfuckers. And if I'm doing big things, that means that if you're a part of this fucking show, you better be doing some big things. And if you're not, hit me up to coach you on what? Because you're listening to this. I want to see growth. I want to see breakthrough. This week was an incredible breakthrough. 3 days of fasting, right? Amazing fucking self-care. The massage. Go get yourself a fucking massage. Please go get yourself a massage. Go fucking take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. That's not being selfish. That's having self-interest. The better you feel about yourself, the better you can take care of others. Period. Period. That's it. You know the fucking drill, motherfuckers. Go out there, celebrate life, find what makes you feel alive, but quit making them motherfucking excuses. Because remember, results kill excuses. It's all on me. Greg's out.